Hello and welcome to the Ladies of Lore. I am your Dungeon Master, Kayla, and I am here with a few of my closest and greatest friends. We are jumping into our adventure this evening, picking back up of Fate and Fables, a journey through hell. I am going to kind of jump straight into it and pass the recap over to Emily, and we will get the show on the road.
All right. So last time we all woke up from our sleep in that chamber, and Ryu and Verena came to collect us to start the maze. And Ryu gave Lova an axe that's sentient and strangely sexy with the name of Miranda. And then Verena led us to this giant pit. Manya mouthed off to Verena and got kicked right in the pit. And Lova tried to push Verena, and she also got pushed in. And then the rest of us just jumped in afterwards. We landed and were transported into a new castle where a blue dragonborn came to receive us, and he was sent by Aerith and the family to help us. Told us to traverse the castle and be sneaky about it, and so Lova discovered that the castle is kind of a weird version of what we just were at. So Mari and Kit, having previous knowledge of that castle, were able to start to lead us, and we decided to try to find Azzy's tower. So we go to the first room, and there's a quicksand floor. We do a little bit of investigation, decide not to go in there and to find a different route. And then we end up in this room with a whole bunch of kobold skulls and a big body pit full of dead bodies. And there's a giant winged creature behind this curtain that's doing something. We see an upper platform, and Manya decides to teleport up there to Misty Step and start checking out the rooms that are up there. The rest of us go to follow, but we fall into the body pit. Well, me and Lova do, Dahlia and Lova do. And that starts combat with that creature. So while combat is happening, Manya goes into one of the rooms and discovers that it's a hatchery full of eggs, and she's uh, investigating the room and decides to open up her compass to see if it'll guide her. And upon opening the compass, gets a memory triggered of somebody she loves, and she's holding their bloody beating heart in her hand. And we have a telepathic bond on, and all of us get that memory put into our heads. And she decides to take one of the eggs and destroy most of the rest and leave the chamber. And that's where we left off. So we're still in combat. We're at the top of the combat round. And yeah, that's where we're at.
Hell yeah. Thank you very much for that, Emily. So, I will note that the winged creature is in the process of struggling against that mound of earth that Umbriel had kind of wrapped around them. Um, they seem to be lashing out. Could in the middle of all of this, could I just have you guys roll me a let's call it a nature check and see if you have ever seen this creature before in your
Oh,
past lives?
+4. I'll take a 22.
Heck yeah. I would say definitely for you, Lova, as a memory flashes in your mind's eye of sitting in the largest library that you used to have to take meetings in. Not something that you really relished, but something that was a mandatory piece of your serving and your duty.
War councils.
Yep. A long and boring and tedious meeting over and over again, bi monthly, that you have to sit through. And as you're sitting here, you are being told of a weird rift that has ripped through the earth close by to the castle, roughly 3 towns over or so. So not quite up against your doors, but roughly 3 towns over. Uh, a huge hole in the ground has appeared, and from it, these creatures called abashai or abashi, however you want to pronounce it. D&D, don't at me. Um,
Get in the
and
comments.
and
It's
it is
regional.
it's a creature that has almost a resemblance to a gargoyle, but they are demon and dragon mixes. They're
Sad.
almost like, yeah, they're almost like if you took all the varieties of different dragons that exist and smashed them together with demons. They're super interesting looking. Some of them have snouts, some of them have like little pug nose faces, some of them have wings, some of them do not, some have tails, but you know that there is a variety to these. The one that is in front of you, your brain automatically picks up as a black abashai.
Cool. Uh, it's not my turn, is it?
Uh, we said we're at top of the round at this point. We've
Yeah.
paused. Okay, so
Top of the
no, the
round.
first top of the round is going to be Mari. So what I'm gonna have her do is I am going to have her roll. She gets 3 attacks.
And just a reminder to everyone, we still have Heroes Feast up, and everyone but Manya has Bless, and then there's a fog cloud around the monster.
Cool. For my free action, she's gonna point to it and be like, "That's a black abashai."
Sick.
I don't hear that,
Perfect.
but Brielle looks at you like, thanks.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we could speak for Cruz when we say that.
Yeah.
Umbriel is like,
With the creature currently trapped in this mass of earth, you see it tries to like wriggle around and it's currently pinned by the hips. Its wings are out past its back and kind of flapping around. Uh, it is absolutely littered with arrows. All three of Mari's attacks hit. Some of them hit hard. So you watch as this just in the back of its shoulder blades, around its front of its torso, in its neck, anywhere that she can kind of pop in and out of shadow. You see her almost blend into the wall for a moment before exerting herself from the opposite side of the room, unleashing an arrow, and then popping back up almost immediately on its flank and releasing another arrow. Um, it feels impossible, this type of movement, as she shadow jumps between places, and she just unleashes on this creature. Each one penetrating through its hide and kind of sticking about a quarter of an inch into the skin, deeper than it should be. Um, I would say she will take her bonus action and hide herself to try and stay kind of blended in to make sure she gets that sneak attacks. Next in the initiative order would be Kit.
All right, just so I can get like a layout of things, how close or far is everybody from this creature?
I would say around the you Lova and Dahlia are on the opposite side of the body pit. The body pit is approximately, it's oblonged, so at one point it's about 15 feet across, and then at another point it's a little bit shallower, so it's like it may be a 10-foot gap. So it is almost like kidney bean shaped, where the bottom's a little bit exaggerated. You have the abashai is probably, I'd say, across 30 or so feet from you. And Manya is up some stairs, probably, I'd say, a good 70 feet from where you guys currently are in a room.
Okay. And there's no one like between me and him.
No, not currently.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and cast lightning bolt.
Holy shit. Okay, go ahead.
That
Unleash. Do I have to roll a...
Yes, it's a dex
Yep.
save.
That's what I thought.
am going. Well, I guess does he already have disadvantage because he's pinned?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
DC 16.
Oh my god, I rolled a 2, so you're good. As this creature is like flapping its wings wildly, what does this look like as it exerts itself from Kit?
I think it almost looks like a malfunction, but she just kind of like sparks and like her whole body is covered like in a frame of electricity, and it just channels straight outward.
Perfect. You watch as the porcelain separates slightly, as the chest looks like it does a little bit of a buckle for a second, expanding itself for a moment before pressing back down on itself, and the electricity shoots out in a gauge right in front. It looks painful almost, like it's watching somebody get the hiccups too hard or something like that, where they just invert on themselves. You watch his kit kind of flexes forward, and this huge bolt of electricity comes out. This creature does not like that. Hang tight. I have to re-pull up its stat. I closed the window out because I'm a goof. Oh, no, I just have 3 computers open, that's why. It'd be easier if it was on one computer.
It's alright, I need a minute to find enough d8s.
Hell yeah, do your thing. Collect your d8s.
Oh god, I'm gonna have to do math, and I did not account for that when I made this decision. Oh boy.
I feel that.
Alright. Okay. Do you want to come back to me so that I can do math, and then
Absolutely.
I will let you know when I have this total. It'll just take
absolutely. That's totally fine. Next in the initiative order, you would see Lova. It would be your turn.
Hell yeah.
We had the
Last
monster
time-
before Lova last time.
What happened?
Yeah.
We had the monster before Lova.
Oh, I skipped her. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bashi. Okay, she's a 14. Hold on. Well then, no. I'm gonna wait for you, Carly, not to put the pressure on you just because I want to make sure that we don't sizzle pop this thing to death real quick.
42.
Damn.
Oh my god, I'm pretty sure you just wrecked him. Hold up.
Mhm.
Yep, that does it.
Nice.
So, Kit, you, how do you want to do this besides electrocuting it to death? Is there anything special or particular that you would like to happen?
I think she would just, as this happens, she'd be like, everybody needs to calm down for a minute.
Oh, that's so funny.
That's
You watch as
adorable.
Kit has a little, like, emotional outburst, and then this huge buckle of electricity just obliterates this thing. Still holding the body in place, you watch as the electricity turns the entirety of the meat, that like crackled material of just totally charred through electricity. It's smoking, and it stinks in here even worse than it did before you fell in the body pit. We'll take the second to jump out of the initiative order. And you guys have a couple minutes.
Go now.
What was that?
I thought you said it was an abashai.
No. What was that? And I'm like gesturing towards like all of you. What was that?
I don't know what you're asking.
What was that? Like, what did you do? Like, what was that?
Well, my friends were in trouble, and so I decided that I should probably help them. And I hope everybody's okay.
I think Lofa literally, like, crystal gem style, like, comes over and scoops you up and swirls you around. It's like, that is the coolest thing I've ever seen. That was brilliant. That was so cool. You were like, and then like, and then they were like,
I didn't do anything wrong.
what?
Sometimes I hurt people by accident. This time it seemed like it was okay because it was on purpose and everyone said it was alright, but I just wanted to make sure that it was okay.
That was better than okay, right? Right, everybody?
Of course. Kit, thank you so much for pulling me out of the pit.
Glad that you guys are okay. I'm sorry that you fell in that gross pit.
And I'm like trying to wipe off all the guts off of me.
You watch as I think that Mari would be like, good job, but immediately start to do the analytical thing where she walks up and it starts to assess the circumstance, starts looking at the creature, starts to like mess with its wing to see how it's connected, starts to kind of take in the entirety of the scenario. I don't think that we should linger, she says.
Right. Right.
Where
Well,
did Manya go? Is she okay? Manya, are you okay?
Manya!
Yeah. I'm fine. I'm fine.
Did you come down the stairs? Are you still up on the platform?
No, she's only just walked out of the door.
She just walks out. She's like, I'm fine.
Yeah, well she's like carrying like this, like it's a runt sized egg, but it's still a pretty decent sized egg. And okay. I want to
It's
make
easily the full, just so that way we have a size perspective on this. Have you ever taken the entire load of laundry out of the dryer at the same time?
Yeah.
That's how big this egg is. It is not so monstrous you can't carry it. It's not incredibly heavy. It's just big, bulky, and fucking weird to carry.
I want to make an investigation check to see if there's like anything that stands out from like the room that I was just in and like the hallway or like the door that's by me.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. $19.
God, your rolls are fucking insane sometimes. Okay, so stepping out of the room and kind of following your eye line from where you had turned that switch in the hatchery, you do see above you almost like an insulation tunnel or some sort of funnel that is, or big, like, having a hard time, like HVAC type setup basically, that is inside the ceiling that streams along the entirety and connects behind the curtain. You can see it streams along the wall and follows it. So it's the only thing that's kind of run out of that room and into that room.
And which way does it go?
It goes deeper behind the curtain and in. It looks like still part of the room, but the part of it that looks like it's down into the room is connected in but behind the curtain. So nothing has been moved from that curtain area.
But it's towards everyone else?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. Then I think that she walking over with this giant egg. It's so hard to do the accent with this thing. Hold on. Sorry.
You're good.
Hi.
Hi.
And she just has the egg in her hand.
What is that? Mari says, looking at you.
It doesn't matter. Lova, will you carry this?
Is it gonna like hatch while I'm holding it?
No, of course not.
Okay.
Great.
This is
Thank
super
you.
awkward. I like sidestep. I'm like, this is really, really cumbersome.
Okay, that is perfect. Don't drop it, okay?
Yeah, no, I'm not worried about that. I'm just worried about, like I don't know. Have you ever been to one of those fantasy drive-thrus and there's like the height limit that they have for like, you have to be, if you're taller than this, you can't order the drive-thru
No, I was
fantasy
usually
cheeseburgers.
no, I was on an ocean
No.
my entire life. I have no idea what you're
Yeah.
talking about.
Okay, well, it's bringing back memories, but we'll be fine. I just have to walk this way.
Mammoth burgers, I got you.
Yeah.
Mammoth burgers, that's right.
Okay, well, anyway, I think I found something. I helped you guys. I told you I would be. And I'm gonna go behind the curtain.
You're gonna just walk behind the curtain.
Yeah, I'm not waiting.
Okay. Uh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Always going off by yourself, I mutter.
You love
are
it.
you is anyone following suit, or is it going to be like you guys wait to see her go behind?
Oh
I'll
no,
follow.
Yeah.
yeah.
And I guess the other piece of this is, are you just pulling the curtain, or are you literally like just walking behind the curtain and leaving the curtain there? Because that's a differentiation for me.
I'm not touching the curtain. I'm just going behind it. I don't want to touch anything yet.
Okay. You kind of sidestep the little tiny bit of space between the wall and the curtain, and you see a very strange mechanical device that you have never seen before. A series of interlocking cogs that circulate around a series of, looks like rubber belts or something of the like. Um, the entirety of this machine is attached to a huge L-shaped crank that attaches to the ceiling and drops down to the floor. On that crank is an additional cogwheel, and around that cogwheel you see a series of, hold on, gotta open my other computer screen, sorry, there's like a gazillion of them. Ugh. It's because I can't do tabs. If I do, I mess them up. I close out stuff I'm not supposed to.
It's a mood.
It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 8 separate spots around the cog. There are 7 of them that are filled. It looks as if they are tiny little kobold bodies that are collared around their necks that have a metal rod next to them that shocks them, and they run in a circle, and this allows the wheel to stay turning to insulate and keep this area cold. It's a mechanical crank. Almost like a hamster wheel.
Oh, this is a terrible job for them. Don't they know that these guys can cook? Wait.
Out of character, was that the thing that you described last time that we had passed going in?
It looks similar.
Okay.
It looks like maybe there were multiples of these in use around the castle.
Okay.
Is the little pipe HVAC thing here? Did it go into the crank?
It's attached to the crank. So it looks like the crank itself allows whatever is being funneled up and into that room, which you had turned off, and because of the roll that you had was so crazy, you ended up figuring out that was like a cooling system. So it essentially like dropped the temperature in the room and stopped that mechanical crank from cranking. So it was in motion prior. That was that loud grinding metal sound that you had heard before. Now it is not, and you just see all of these like very scared little things that are sitting there.
Okay. I want to cast Comprehend Languages. And then I'm gonna walk up to one of them and kind of like kneel down, like kind of like not like on my knees, but I'm like sitting like on my feet, but kind of down there.
Yeah.
Hello, little one. Do you at least understand Common?
You see it looks at you and it nods, but it doesn't make any noise.
Okay, okay. Do you know what that thing is? And she's like pointing at the pipe thing.
It looks at you and then kind of like looks off to the side at one of the other ones and then looks back at you and gives like a small nod.
If you tell me what it does, I'll let you free.
You hear one of the ones that are a little bit further back that's oriented further along the wheel. You can see that they end up going to say something and being like, and opening their mouth to talk to you. And as they do, all the other ones look at that one like, what are you doing? And they start to all look very panicked. And he kind of begins to like really quietly whisper from the back, closer.
Okay, okay. Don't worry, guys. I'm a friend. We're all friends here.
Uh, you see, he's trying to not allow his voice to get to a high level, and he kind of just grumbles to you.
I think she offers her ear so he can
Mhm.
like whisper.
Yeah, so for the sake of saving the audio, I will just tell you. He says to you that he's like, we can't talk. If it's too loud, the machine will hurt us.
Oh.
Kit,
Hmm.
would you please roll me an intelligence or an arcana check with disadvantage, but whatever your higher stat is.
Gladly. Arcana's a little higher for me.
Okay, cool.
While she's rolling, I think that Manya starts to whisper to them. And she's like, okay, well, if you can't talk too loud, you can talk quietly. And does it go like. What is happening here? What is this?
You see, the more that you talk in the area of him, he seems to still be anxious, almost as if like any sort of loudness in this area could potentially set this thing off. And he looks at you kind of crazy-eyed, and he says, "We are prisoners. I'm not sure."
Go ahead, sorry, Carly.
Hmm?
I was telling Carly she could go.
Oh, it was a 19.
A 19.
Or wait, sorry, was it with disadvantage?
It was.
5.
Fuck. Okay.
My bad.
No, totally fair. In this moment, you see what looks like schematics that could have been something, potentially, possibly, that look similar to like schematics you have seen in your life, drawn up and laying around places.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Just for your own knowledge.
Since I am close to the kobolds, is there anything different that like I can see now because I'm like closer? And then like I think that she also is gonna start talking to them telepathically because she's like, oh, silly me, I'm a telepath. I can talk to you in your head.
Perfect. As soon as there is that notion that you don't have to speak, he starts almost like info dumping on you. Oh, you have no idea how long it's been since we've had somebody who's been able to talk to us just freely. I am the brightest one here out of all of them. These guys are a bunch of fucking putzes, stupid. I'm telling you right now, if I had my way, I would get every single one of them out of here. All they have brought me is trauma and pain. Furthermore, what's very important for you to know is that somebody escaped and now all of us are being punished. He's out somewhere in the castle, and I think that maybe the slimes got him.
Well, would you all like to escape?
Please.
Okay. What does this do? This machine?
It powers the frost room.
Okay, well, you mean the one with the eggs?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I turned that switch off and now it's not working anymore. So what does it do?
Nothing. We're stuck here.
Oh. Okay. Are they like connected by chains? Can like these be broken easily? Can I take off the collars?
There's collars that have almost like it looks like a wing nut type attachment that you could potentially unwing nut and they could walk freely.
Maybe Kit should unscrew them because I don't know, maybe electricity won't harm her as much if these things get shocked.
Oh, smart, smart. Yes, okay.
I
Get-
don't know that that's a good idea. As he always tells me that I need to stay away from his machines because sometimes when I touch them and they spark, it really hurts.
Oh,
I thought maybe since you can make electricity, it wouldn't hurt you.
I don't think that's how it works.
well, what about you, Dahlia? You're a tiefling. You have all kinds of resistances. You do it.
Electricity's not one of them.
Oh, okay. It's not one for me either.
Does anyone have mage hand?
I'm looking to see if Cruz does, and I don't think so.
I would say it's also important to note that you guys start to hear the sounds of very many footsteps.
Cruz
Coming.
has a spell called Find Traps, and I want to cast it.
Okay. Hang tight.
Okay.
Do we even, sorry to say, need to save these things? I mean, maybe it could be a distraction with them running around, but it could also alert people to where we are.
Aren't they doing their job?
Well, they don't want to be doing this job. These guys should be chefs.
Even if we let them go, they're probably not going to escape the castle and they're going to be collected again.
So you're saying that we bring them with us?
If you want to babysit 7 kobolds, be my guest.
Okay, well, maybe I just, you know, unscrew the intelligent one. And I want to start unscrewing one of them.
Okay.
Well, I want to touch it first to make sure.
Okay. Yeah. You touch it and nothing happens. Do you continue to unscrew?
Well, okay, hear
It's
me
okay
out.
if you do.
Hear me out. I just need to know, is it a good idea or is it a bad idea? Is it really going to mess up some plans? Or is
It's
it going
not
to
really. It's not really gonna mess up some plans. It is okay.
Is it going to mess up anything?
I have no idea. I have no. This is not scripted. We don't know, baby. We are running fucking wild. This is a crazy kobold interaction. I did not think you guys were gonna talk to him, honestly. So fuck it.
Okay, I'm going to unscrew it then.
Okay. You unwing nut this collar off, and you see as soon as you do, all of the other ones anticipatory start to kind of bounce and get excited, and expect that you are like coming to serve them next. And so the one gets its collar off, and it says in its mind to you, "Thank you for freeing me, beautiful woman."
I grab its hand before it goes anywhere. I don't let it leave.
Okay. Roll me a dexterity check.
Oh, that's a 1.
You watch as it tries to scrabble past you and pulls like it's going to run for the exit.
Wait. I need
Pull
you
its arm off.
I need you to tell me something. I'm looking for something and I need help.
I think that it continues to run and is like, "Thanks for helping me."
Okay, listen here. If you do not come back to right now, I swear to God I will kill you.
Whoa!
He's running for the door. I think that. Hold on, let me roll and see if she catches.
Lova
Mari
is shocked.
Mari rolled a natural 1 just now, trying to reach out dexterous wise to catch it in like from running past her. And so I'll say that she goes to catch it and just eats shit, trying to like scramble. Like it's like tackling a pig. It's like it's so fast, and you're not expecting it to be that fast because you're like cornering it in front of you, and it just gets right through her legs and around her.
Can I have Cruz cast a spell real quick to help me?
You can.
I'm gonna have them cast Spirit Guardians right in front of the door.
Okay. Is this thing hostile? Does it hurt anything if it's not hostile? Are you casting it presuming it's hostile? Are you making the first attack on it?
It doesn't have to be a hostile creature.
It what?
They don't have to be hostile. It's just if they walk in, they take damage.
Okay, so you're in. So what I'm saying is you're having them damaged.
Is it at the door? Is it gonna make damage? You know what? No, I'm done.
I'm just asking. You're
No.
allowed to do whatever you want.
I'm
No?
not doing it.
Okay. So it runs for the door. It goes to run past through the door. It gets absolutely stopped in its tracks as the door opens, and you see something similar to the creature that you had just slain, still trapped, body sizzling on the floor. A white variety of the same type of creature pushes its way through the door. It looks as if it is surrounded with other creatures of the same variety slamming themselves through this doorway. You watch as the kobold that is in front of the doorway gets split in half, absolutely bisected by a series of scimitar slashes. Both halves of the kobold's brain slop out at the same time as it hits the floor. And you see that it just goes and steps over top of it.
Well, I told him to come back.
And we are gonna re-roll initiative now because we have different people, different players, and different guys joining us.
Okay.
Damn. Listen,
Um,
smart kobold.
for me, that is a 20.
Okay.
22.
Hells to the yeah, brother.
I'm rolling. Ah!
For Cruz, it's a 2.
Okay.
It's a 13 for Kit.
Sick.
14.
Okay. You said 14 for Lova. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
For Reese, what was it?
2.
2? Oh my
Mhm.
god. Okay. What was it for what was it for Dahlia?
22.
Holy shit.
Got a nat 20. Dude, these dice are lucky. I'm telling you, it's good.
I'm glad. That's what we wanted with that shit, because he was rolling some real booty rolls before. And I'm pretty sure that Allie gets... I just rolled a nat 20 on initiative as well. An insane initiative order, so that's going to be Marisol.
I should have let Spirit Guardians happen.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is about to get Warfare Zone. I'm really sorry. For the sake of brevity, do you want me to have all of the abashai go at the same time?
Yes.
Or do you... Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're just going to... Hold on. I'm fixing it now, because I wrote a bunch of dumb shit that I didn't need to write then.
Well, if you had already... Never mind.
I had already written out what initiative orders they would have been in, but if we're going to have them all attack at the same time, then I have to make it for the highest initiative order for the one, and then we'll just make them all that one. Look, I'm doing DM stuff over here. I don't know if you guys are familiar. Hey, if you have a DM, thank them, because this shit sucks. DMing's fun. Keeping track of initiative orders, garbage. Don't let anyone tell you different. Okay. Alright, so top of the round, and on the first attack, we get 3 attacks, because we're insane. Trash. Fantastic. Trash. So, One arrow is going to unleash, and as soon as it walks in the room, you watch as immediately an arrow gets sent right into its throat, just absolutely on top of it, unable to be surprised. Mari is already alert and ready to fight. She dashes to the other side of the room and puts as much space as possible in between her and the creature, since she was standing relatively close to the door. And she is going to step to the furthest corner that she can get in the room, just so everyone is aware and cognizant of the space that you're working around. If you look at the map that's underneath my frame here, you will see the bottommost one is square room. Above that, there is almost this oblong room with 2 holes in it. That is the room that we're dealing with right now. So, just so that way everyone has a kind of idea. All right. So, after that, you would see Dahlia, your turn.
All right, how far away am I from these creatures that just came in?
You're on the other side of the body pit still a little bit after being dragged out from Kit. So I would say maybe I'd put 15 to 25 feet in between you guys. But there's a big hole in the ground before you, so just be cognizant of that.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna banish one of them.
Fucking right on, dude. Do it.
Thank God.
And let's see, that's
Oh my god, this is amazing. Oh, did you have to push? I can't hear you.
okay, charisma saving throw, DC 18.
Okay. I swear on my life I just rolled a 1.
Yes. All right. And I'm not going to pick the one that was just her. I'm going to pick like another one behind that hasn't been hurt yet.
Okay, you see lumbering through the door second most, this green devil-looking creature, stubbier arms. This one looks a little more fortified, a little more muscular. It kind of pushes its way through more aggressively than the white one saunters in kind of smugly. The green one pushes in like a bandicoot. It is crazy. And as it does kind of push into the space, what does your magic look like as you banish this creature?
Yeah, so you'll see my holy symbol light up again, and I'm holding my hand out to it, and then you just see this like bright white light start from underneath it, then go up, and it just vanishes.
Fantastic. This vortex of light kind of shines underneath it and swallows it, a portal absolutely exhuming this body from this area. Does it get to roll again? Can you enlighten me about what that spell says?
So it's in a demi-plane if it's native to like this plane. If not, then it goes to a different plane that it's originated from.
Okay.
It remains there until the spell ends, so it just if I lose concentration, and it's I think it's a minute concentration.
Mhm.
Let's see. Yeah, up to 1 minute.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't even know how to rule this because this is technically their home plane.
So they would go to a demi-plane.
Demi-plane then.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Can you imagine badass demon dragon thing getting exported to the realm of like fairies? Just wild and whimsical and beautiful, and we're just like, why? Why would you send him here?
Just imagine like the music from like a Sears department store is playing in the background.
Oh yeah. It's just the back rooms. He's stuck in the back rooms.
The back rooms with like vaporwave mall music.
He's
Well,
like,
that's how it works. You get a job here or you get a job somewhere else.
she gets it. She gets it. Okay. So you focus on keeping him at bay and holding him trapped in the Hollister.
Yeah, and if I can get a little bit farther away from them, I'll try to. Yeah.
Put a little space in between. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. And then we are going to let me back in. Okay. And then, Manya, what was your roll?
20.
Okay, so then it is your turn. Sorry, when I erased the demon, I also clipped your name off a little bit. That's what I thought.
Okay. On my turn, I am looking for an escape. Trapdoor, magic, doors, anything hidden.
Hell yeah. Roll me an investigation check.
I got a natural 20.
No way.
Yeah, you want to see it?
Shut up. That's amazing.
I'm sick of it.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Oh my god.
It's your bloody die?
Yeah, well, my Mania one.
That's sick. Okay.
Do you want the
looking
actual
back-
numbers or?
Yeah, go ahead. Tell me what the number is so I can tell you if it's like really in the threshold or not.
34.
Okay.
She knew it was in the threshold. She was like, just let me tell you.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure, God forbid I'd be right. So, it takes you a second to recognize it because it looks like just a panel on the machine as your eyes trace back to the area of the kobolds. Freed necklace, 2 now empty missing spaces on this cog machine. You have the recollection that this might not be a winnable battle. The creatures that are coming in start to proceed through the door with such a ferocity that you're worried about how many follow behind. And you can see the outline of the panel has a tiny bit of glowing light from behind it, just ever so slightly. It looks like it's part of the machine, and you recognize it as not part of the machine. It is instead a hidden wall door.
Am I able to open it on this turn?
I will say you are still fairly high in the room. You just walked down the steps and gave Lova the egg, right?
Well,
so I
I'm
would say you're
by the machine.
Oh, duh,
I was
duh,
talking
duh,
to
duh,
the
duh, duh,
kobolds.
duh, duh, duh. I would say you have probably enough movement to close the space here. I don't know if I'd let you pry open the door this turn.
But I was right.
You can
by the
open the door this
kobolds.
turn, fine. You got a natural 20, I guess. Okay, but don't hit me with that, the DM's girlfriend doesn't get anything, because you get stuff. You get stuff because you look at me like that little face sometimes.
I don't ever say it. It's
I know.
never me.
I know, I'm just fucking with you. You're good.
She already gets everything. She's the best.
It's because my character's so good. It's because
I'm being bullied and I didn't do anything.
it's the black lipstick makes me feel like I'm allowed to bully you. You just look too hot. It's
You
embarrassing.
do look really hot.
It's
I can't.
embarrassing. I have to be mean to you. Do you like me? Let me trip you.
Okay, great. I'm gonna open it.
You could fix me.
You're able to wedge your claws into the part of the panel where it separates, and as you do, you rip it open ever so slightly. It's difficult to open. This is almost like a solid wedged panel here, and it looks like it has not been opened in quite some time. As you open it, you see a weird series of steps that lead lower into another chamber.
Okay. I think I'm gonna talk to everyone in their head and be like, so I'm pretty sure we're all going to die if we stay here. You guys should follow me. And I am prepared to move down those steps.
Okay.
If I'm not allowed to go.
Yeah, we'll wait till your next turn for that movement. 'Cause
Okay.
we got you all the way up to the door. All right, Lova, it is your turn. Following in after this green abashai, who appears into the room after being banished, you see it clears up just enough space. There is a red-scaled dragonborn in plate mail armor. They are wearing a full helm. It's black plated armor, and in the center Roll, anybody who is proficient in religion can roll me a religion check real quick.
Nope.
Or anybody who has a religion score that would be higher than a 10. Because I'm not even going to waste time for the little guy. But if it's going to be higher than that, then we can kind of see what we can work with.
Umbriel got a natural 20 on religion.
Fucking hell.
Hey, you got a 12.
19.
Amazing. Okay. Lova, even you with a 12, I would say anything higher than a 10 would have gotten this. You notice the symbol of Tiamat on his chest plate. He is an evil aligned, looks like potentially paladin, with the type of gear that he is wearing right now. And you see he pulls a massive glaive off of his back.
God, I'm carrying this fucking egg! Alright.
Don't drop it.
No, I'm not gonna. I think at that. I think at the don't drop it is when Lova is going to rage. Like, I'm not gonna drop it! And I like move like so that my back is to them and not the delicate shell that I think is probably gonna crack if the glaive hits it. And I'm going to charge backwards to try to pass through to get to. I have a feeling, is it they are in the way of the where I need to go to.
They're coming in the door that you guys originally had snuck through before you entered into the body pit area.
Yeah, you know what?
They are essentially like truncating you guys into this room.
Yeah, I'm gonna free up some space and try to give them some time to all leave safely, and I'm gonna back into the center mass of most of them, like bowling ball style.
Roll me a dexterity check or a strength check, your choice. It can be in athletics or strength. To just see if you can barrel through them without anything taking too much damage.
Oh, I'll take a strength check.
Hell yeah. While raging, I think that's at advantage.
Yeah, good. Nat 20 for 23!
You throw yourself backwards, and as you do, your arms wrapped around the egg, still cradling it. You see, it is like... It is like the goofiest, most ridiculous gat goes through the doorway as Lova throws her ass backwards and barrels into the chest of one of the demons, knocking them flat on their back, and is able to kind of backwards, like, slow down the momentum as they throw themselves into the original differentiating path room that you had originally walked through when you first got here. The stairs
go!
And stairs spiraling downwards.
Cool. I'm going to, on my next turn, I'll start to run forward, but I'm going to say, everybody go! Everybody leave! Everybody go! We're leaving now!
I will honor Umbriel's natural 20 and let them know as well that with that they have a flash and a memory of all of the different gods and goddesses of the realm. A momentary glimpse of their past where they are sitting and discussing amongst the stars, sitting literally on silken cosmos, suspended in twilight, talking to, it looks like a woman very similar, if not a little older, to their own features. Darkened hair, with a big white streak in the front, and supple lips, soft cheeks, and kind eyes. And they look at one another, and she says, you know, some gods are evil, some gods are good, and some gods don't care about anything at all other than their own progression. Our god is tricky. and she smiles very slightly. And you see as she swirls her hand in the cosmos an unraveling of stars of all of the evil pantheon, um, different symbols and figures of different, like, forbidden and untrustworthy and evil gods begin to flash in front. Um, at the most, Tiamat gets lingered on for a long period of time. And you just hear the softness in this woman's voice. I know you don't know a lot about our family lineage, but it's imperative that I tell you to not get sucked into the ideal of others. And your mind snaps forward as Umbriel kind of focuses. With that natural 20, she recognizes that this person definitely, the Dragonborn fellow, is 100% an Oathbreaker paladin. It looks like they had a symbol of Bahamut that was in the centermost part of their chest that looks like it has been pressed over top of.
Do we all see the memory like we did for Manya?
I feel like we should, because we got the telepathic bond up.
Sure, but then that would mean that telepathic bond-wise that everybody heard your conversation with the kobold.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Just making sure that you're aware.
Mm. I let them see my memory.
So you all kind of have this emotional connection, like dream fasting, seeing this piece of another person's memory, and you feel the intimacy of this person with Umbriel, a coaching, a warmth, something almost maternal or motherly, definitely catering and explaining the world to a very young mind, it feels like. This is a very early on memory for them. And as they sit with it for just a moment, they can feel themselves getting emotional. So, I just wanted to make sure that I didn't brush over the fact that they had rolled a natural 20 on that. That's something that we want to make sure that even though they're not here, we see you, Umbriel. Alright, so next in the initiative order would be Kit.
Hey, am I unmuted now? Sorry.
Yes, you are.
Excellent. Doing great today. So where is everybody in relation to, like, myself, the guys, and the door? Am I
Lova's
sort
through
of
the door now and is in between two of the guys.
the other
guy is-
door?
Oh, I'm sorry. Rephrase your question because I already started to analyze the room before listening to the full question. I
No,
apologize.
it's all good. I did want to know that, but I guess I would like to be kind of between as many people in the door as possible, like the exit.
Understood. You would have to come around the side of the body pit. I would say it's probably about only 25 feet or so for you to make that maneuver.
Okay.
And you could jump over and save yourself some time, but that would be a dexterous feat, and I don't know if you
I'm
wanna
not
do
doing that.
that. Okay.
And
It's a small enough hole, but it's not that small.
And I think she would kind of almost like, not again, like start to get a little bit like jarred by this and almost accidentally hurl a chromatic orb at whoever she can reach.
Oh, hell yeah. Take a stress point as well.
Oh, that's my last one.
Oh, how fun. Roll me a d20, please.
5.
Popping up the fun little table. Hold, please. Too many screens. Too many screens. Too many screens. Does anyone know how many screens I have? Too many. It's a bunch. It's a whole bunch. You said it was a 5 for that?
Sure did.
Okay. You go to hurl a chromatic orb, and centered on yourself as you extend your magic out. I will allow the spell to take. Explain what your chromatic orb looks like.
It's a ball of electricity, and it
Mhm.
kind of comes as she sort of starts to spark. It comes down her arms and into her hand and forms a ball. And I think she goes to throw it, but instead of throwing it forwards, just like tosses it up, and then
Okay.
it comes down.
Excellent. As the little mote of electricity, you watch as like this static, spiraling little spring of electricity kind of bounce out of her hand and onto the floor as she extends her arm into the air. You all watch as one of Kit's hoses on her arm detaches and starts to spill grease. I need everybody that is close to Kit to please roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Kit, did you move 25 feet forward? So would I be by her?
I think that if she moved forward around the pit, you would probably still be out of the range of this. I would say most of it actually, luckily for you, Kit, goes into the pit from where you currently
Right.
stand. But there is a little area of surface area that maybe potentially Umbriel would get hit with. So if you could roll for them.
You said a dex save?
Yes, please. Big thank you to my co-DM for helping me out.
That's a
with handling
15.
characters. Excellent. As the grease kind of expels from your hose onto the floor, this area becomes a difficult terrain. They succeed at not slipping and falling in this mess, but you can see this thick black oil coats the entirety of the ground around Kit. As she extends this electricity, everyone's worried for half a second that it's going to catch. Would you roll me damage for your electricity, please?
Yeah, it's 22.
Thank you.
To yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fun.
This shocks out at the creature and they take arcing damage. But you see that this on the particularly the white one that's in front of you does not seem to be phasing it as much as you would think it would. And oh no, I'm lying to you. I'm reading the wrong one. I'm sorry. I'm a liar. The blue one behind would have been fine, but this one is not fine. This one gets hurt, and it really does not like it. And it's hard for me to say because it doesn't do enough damage for it to be something that like thwarts it from moving or anything like that. But it definitely does stagger it. It looks like it shocks it pretty extensively. It doesn't seem to be bleeding or anything like that, but it was enough damage to do a good little chunk. Next would be Umbriel.
Aaron?
Next would be Umbriel.
I know.
Yes.
Well,
I can hear your background.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that? Oh, sorry.
You're good.
Sorry. I was gonna finish the sentence, I swear. Okay. Well, since I told everyone to come towards me, I don't want to use up any of Umbriel's spells just yet, so I think that I will use their entire movements to, like, come to the door where I am.
Okay. This is going to be annoying. I know they just passed one. Will you roll me another dexterity check because now you're moving through the space?
Yeah. Is this the 20? Oh, this is the 20. Ooh. If it's that way, it is a 9. Okay, so that's a 10.
Just barely able to stay on their feet. You watch as they do in the shoes that they have on, a slide on one foot, a slide on the other foot, and it looks like maybe they're gonna duck bill and go outwards, and they manage to still stay level. They make their way towards the door. Were you going to cast a spell or anything like that, or
No,
are
I'm
you
gonna
using
save
all of
it.
to movement?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Understood. All right. That brings us to the top of the round. You watch as Mari appears out of the darkened shadow and is much closer to you than you had last seen her. It is probably frustrating for some of you guys how quickly she is able to move around a space, especially because she just seems to evaporate and reappear out of shadow. She is right by the door and looks at everybody else who remains in the room and is like, "Come on!" And you see her holding the door open and pushing it against it more to allow even more space for people to funnel through. It looks like she is staying behind and she's going to use the help action for anybody who needs it.
Hell yeah.
So then that would bring us to Dahlia.
All right, I'll use my movement. I've got 30 feet, and then I'll also use my action to dash towards the door.
She gonna dash. She gonna dash.
The
So,
stupid hats. I can't.
I freaking love it.
So done.
I'm glad you knew what the hell I was talking about.
Of course I did.
Gus's
all I
favorite
watched now.
channel.
It's Gus's favorite channel.
If you don't know, listen to K-pop. Bang. All right, next. So you dash your way across the floor. Will you please throw me a dexterity check to make sure that you don't skid out on any of the grease that is currently around you?
Just the check, not a save?
Oh, I'm sorry, a save, please.
Oof, 4.
Oh no.
Recognizing the importance of following the suit of your friends and seeing the number of almost dragon-like creatures, things that are unfamiliar to you that push their way through this door in space. The sheer number of people that are coming in is starting to make you anxious. And you go to turn on heel to run towards where your friends are, and all of you watch as she ass over tea kettle just slides her chest flat on the grease, getting towards you guys. I will allow less movement than half. I will allow 3/4 of your movement to have been taken, but you still get a little bit forward as you did have some momentum before the slide.
Just
We
10
honor
feet.
physics here.
So funny.
Okay.
I will say, you, just for the sake of brevity, you do get close to the exit and you haven't gotten quite through the door yet.
Okay.
They could
Yeah, that'll
still
end my
reach
turn.
you. Okay. This dude's fucking terrifying. Hold on. Okay. You watch as the abashai start to, the one that is currently been knocked backwards from Lova's ass spends its movement to stand up and start to, it looks like they start to flex on her. You can see that this blue crackling electricity starts to radiate off of them, almost as if it was like a soft blue light from the background. And it starts to charge up a lightning breath weapon.
Fuck no. No, thank you.
Does a 18 hit?
Me?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh wait, am I? Hold on. Is my armor?
Well, you got barb armor, right?
You're also raging.
Yar.
There's barb armor?
Well, yeah, it's unarmored, but it's an unarmored defense, so you get pluses for not wearing armor if you go around naked.
Oh.
Well, not naked, but naked.
I didn't know that.
Yup. That's barbarian shit.
Alright, well, let me get rid of that. What is the thing? I get saving throws. I get resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, slashing damage.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, no, it does hit, so yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Great. Excellent. Here we go.
To answer your question.
You take 12 points of electricity damage as the lightning hits you and arcs over your pecs. What are they named? Do you
Barbara
remember?
and Streisand? I don't remember.
I don't remember either. Tell me my muscles' names in the chat.
Did not add that to the notes, dog.
12 points of damage. Okay. That's fine.
Perfect. So that one lashes out at you. The green one also will spin around on you.
I think I banished the green one. I thought it was just.
Oh, the green one's banished still. Fuck.
Yeah.
Never mind. Skip bent green one. And then the white one. But the white one would probably try and attack the people that are still in the room. So let me try that. The white one's going to turn around towards Dahlia, who is currently just ass up on the ground right now.
That's where
I fucking can't. These dice my entire life have rolled against me. These are original Aerith dice. They are usually nat 20 givers. All they have ever given. All they have ever given Tiff is nat 20s. I've been rolling with this dice all night. Guess what I just fucking rolled? A 1. A fucking 1.
Masochist.
You watch as it.
Aerith's looking out for me. That's why.
It's nuts. That's why I rolled that one, because I was like, okay. And then, fucking crazy. He loads up a breath weapon, and it looks like he's about to unleash frost in your direction. And you watch as he goes and arches back. His wings kind of set him off balance in the grease, and he slips on his ass.
I love this.
So
I love
he
this
just
for
kind
them.
of spins out. Fuck, a nat 1. A nat 1? He falls in the body pit. You watch as he
Hell yeah.
screams out. They speak telepathically into your minds. Who are you? Who sent you?
Somebody say your mom.
Lova thinks in her head.
Yeah.
I feel like none of you should answer. Stay quiet.
Okay. No response? Okay. Manya, it is your turn.
Lova's really trying.
I also feel the need, watching some of you fall, to remind you of I don't know, like a bean or something that we have. And then I'm gonna go down the stairs.
Okay.
Oh, the bean. I completely forgot about that.
Don't forget
What does
about
that do
your bean,
again?
women.
What does that do again?
Women, don't forget about your bean.
It puts us back at the start? Was that it?
I'm not gonna tell you what it does because all I did was remind you.
I feel like you should know about the beans, you guys. The beans was pretty important. I described a pretty important bean.
I'll check the notes.
If you can't
I'm the one that fucking wrote it.
If you can't find the bean,
Did you look it up by date? Did you look it up by date?
You know, okay, no, we're done. These jokes are done. I'm in the room now. I've gone down the stairs.
You've gone down the stairs.
I've gone down the stairs.
Okay, you're not waiting for anyone.
No, Mari is keeping the door open for all of us. Of course I will.
Manya never waits.
Okay.
She never waits.
Manya, I will give you that you get through the door, down the stairs, and into a chamber that is incredibly low lit in this turn. That's as far as you're gonna get ahead.
Okay.
Are you, unless you dash, then you can.
Well,
get further in.
I just used all of my actions, so it can be a dash.
Okay. I will say, you currently are alone in a room that looks like there are mirrors on all walls, all ceilings, and floors. And it is a huge open space of a room. In the very backmost corner, there is light that is resonating off of all of those areas that are reflective. And it seems light years away, like a tiny little light speck in a mirrored hallway of darkness. And all you can see is yourself on the floor and yourself in multiple different directions.
Okay.
Okay.
It's pretty dope.
Next in the initiative order is Lova.
Yeah, cool. So can I like well, let me see if I can do this. Hold on. One moment.
Un momento.
One moment, please.
Lova's gonna do some crazy shit.
Can I Dahlia's like not out of the room yet, right?
No.
She's on the ground, right?
Currently, yes, in an oil slick.
Yeah, Dahlia. I don't think. Okay, I know consent is very important, so I'm gonna ask the player. Can Lova ride you like a skateboard out of the room?
That is insanity.
Like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle style, run, jump on you at an angle. Cowabunga all the way out of the room to get you out.
Dahlia would absolutely find that hilarious, so yes.
Fuck yeah, let's do it. What do I have to roll? Acrobatics?
And I'm into it. Yes, we'll call it acrobatics. And then dexterity to stick the landing.
I mean, okay, so an acrobatics check is 16, and a regular dex, is only +1. A regular dex isn't my +5. Oh, cool, another 16. Double 16s.
Okay, sick.
Fuck yeah. So I got the egg. I'm a big girl, and I fucking run, and I say, hold your breath! Ugh! And I'm gonna jump on you at a nice, clean 45 all the way through and be like, ah!
Okay. This is absolutely a miserable experience for you, Dahlia, as a big woman. Big lady.
All I wanna do
Yup.
is be ridden through
Oh.
by a giant woman.
Correct.
Giant woman.
So you watch as Lova gets a little bit of a running start. To leave the area, I will hit you with an opportunity attack.
Fuck yeah.
It is... Okay, yeah, that might actually hit. 17?
Fuck you, yes.
Okay, cool. This great sword carves into your shoulder as you start to, like, run away as the abashai reaches out and kind of comes down. And hold, please. $16 damage to you as it sinks in, but you take half because of raging.
Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna take Stone's Endurance while I'm here.
Hell yeah.
As a reaction, reduce damage dealt to you by 1d12 plus 3.
You might be able to just shrug that shit off.
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna be like 1d12. Let's fucking roll that bitch. Plus 3, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Okay. Okay. The abashai swings down on you, and what would normally like bisect a smaller person's arm from their shoulder and like sever that connection, you watch as the blade just stops and careens off. The muscle mass that is here is so dense that it seems to have provided some amount of protection to Lova. As the blade it looks like it nicks the skin, but it doesn't sink in the way that it normally would in a lesser being.
Drink your Ovaltine! Get bent, fucker!
Drink your oat. Do you know what you are?
Yeah, I did.
Aaron, your character is just kicking Ollie for the girls, dude.
Kicking Ollie for the girls. That is my character. Yep.
That's so fucking silly.
I'm gonna get a backwards hat. It's gonna be great.
That's the
Kicking
title
Ollie
of
on
this
the girls.
episode.
With a backwards hat.
I'm Ollieing on the girls for the girls.
Ollie on the girls for the girls.
This is wild. This is so wild.
Why did I just imagine you grabbing Dahlia's horns like one of the like a trick, like a Tony Hawk trick?
Like a
She
razor
absolutely
scooter.
can.
Yeah,
Please do.
dude.
Please do.
Handlebars.
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, baby.
Oh
And
my
she
god,
likes
I
it.
need art of it where she's kicking a fucking flip on you. That shit
I'm
is
like
so
doing a
funny.
fucking like a fucking
Hanging
960 over Alcatraz.
So fucking crazy. This is
My tail's going
unhinged.
crazy.
It's unhinged right now.
I heard you, Emily, and I will keep it between us, but I heard you.
I didn't hear Emily.
That's okay. It's okay, I won't embarrass her.
I'm too gay. What happens?
Nothing.
So, Lova successfully is able to slide you halfway across the floor, the remainder of the way with the momentum of them kicking their strong legs off. Oh, did you roll to see if you kept concentration when you ate shit for your banishment?
No, did that do damage? Do I have to roll for eating shit?
Yeah, let me have you roll a d4 for eating shit because it was a 1. So I just want to see how you smack.
Hell yeah.
A D4? What?
Yeah, a d4 for damage for this flapping yourself.
They just get prone if they fall in grease. They don't take damage.
Really?
Yes.
I thought that you got damage for fall damage. Oh no, only if it's a certain amount of feats. Never
Yeah.
mind. Don't take no damage.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I was like, whoa, don't hurt my girl for no reason.
Damn. So. Next in the initiative order would be Kit.
Am I in control of my actions?
Yeah, the only thing that happened was you sprung a leak, my friend.
Okay.
So I would just say you're not continuing to leak, but it looks like whatever was connecting you, is causing you a little bit of what would feel like shoulder stiffness, or if you had slept the wrong way.
Okay. And where is everybody? Is everybody out the door? Where's Umbriel?
Umbriel is, I would say, watching this happen from the grease pile still, but kind of closer towards the door. But they are still in the room.
And everybody else is at least like
And
next to the door.
everybody else is like almost out of the room. Yeah, I would say that Lova is standing, Dahlia is not, but they are both through the door. But currently, as it stands, Lova is on top of Dahlia, and they are ceasing the movement. Unless you want to ride her all the way down the stairs, but then we're taking damage, dude. I'm telling you.
That's fair. I can't help you with that one.
Can I get to Umbriel?
Yeah. You can.
All
cast
right.
it.
I
Easily.
think Kit would go to Umbriel and hold out her hand and say, "Are you ready to go?"
Umbria will take your hand.
And then cast Dimension Door and pop all the way over to the door.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
This is cool. Can I describe your magic for this one?
Absolutely.
Hell yeah. You watch, and it looks as if there is almost like a flaming portal that comes out that spins in a circle before it snaps through to the other side and is now in front of you and Dahlia, Lova. It looks as if they have teleported a good chunk of the way through the door that you guys hadn't even hit yet. And they're a little bit further down the stairs now. You can see the blue emanating glow of Kit pierce through an orange fire, almost like if you've ever played Portal, it's like the orange and blue against one another for just a moment as you see her zip through to the other side holding Umbriel in tow. Umbriel clears her throat and is like, thank you.
Right, I think it's time to close the door.
So next in the initiative order would be Umbriel, who then grabs Mari's hand and says, time to go, and pulls a little bit, and Mari, with the remaining force, will shut the door behind them. You can hear the creatures on the opposite side as they continue to rush forward. Proceeding down the stairs, are you all going down, just straight down, running after where you had seen Manya go? Just verifying before I make anybody do anything.
Is there a lock on the door or something that we could throw through the handles really quick?
Roll me an investigation check.
Okay. Investigation with my +0. A 12?
A 12. You see that there's a series of different metal pipes that are inside of here. It looks as if you guys have stepped into part of the machine. If you've ever been inside of a boiler room, it looks similar to that. There are a series of different pipes that are cascading around the room, and you can see as you grab one of the loose pipes there, you are able to wrench it away and stick it as a wedge in the door.
Yeah, I do one of those, like, I'm carrying all the groceries in one hand thing where I like, shimmy the egg to my hip and I pick one up and I'm like, okay, in the handle, let's go!
God, we love giant women.
All of you are making your way down these steps now, multiple foot patterns down, echoing around you, and you can see the shining of a light in the very backmost part of the room. Manya here standing kind of stuck in the center. Manya, you are here before everyone else for 5 seconds, and as so, I will honor you with the feeling of being watched, the feeling of having eyes on you from all directions, and you look around at your reflection and you can see yourself from all sides. Your prettiest angles, your most beat up angles, the areas from beneath and below you as you observe yourself. Roll me a perception check.
That is Umbriel's sheet. Perception. That's a dirty 20.
Okay. You're looking at your reflection and you swear that you see it smile at you. Everybody continues to walk down the steps and surrounds you, and now you can see the footfalls of all of your friends and cohorts here making their way into the glass room, multiple reflections of them from all different angles. And you can see shifting. It doesn't feel like the footsteps are lining up. People's reflections are dragging off of them in weird ways, and commingling with others' reflections in a strange way. You seal this door behind you, and you can hear the thumping of the abashai on the opposite side, trying to break through. And in here, you hear the sound of a door locking behind you guys as you have all closed this area off.
Like we didn't lock it?
It sounds mechanical, like they've turned something back on.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Should have killed
And
those
the metal
kobolds.
the metal that was once grinding before, you can hear kind of picking the back up now. It sounds like whatever they had turned off has now been turned back on.
Okay. I think I want to keep my focus on the reflection that is smiling at me.
Mm-hmm.
Just to see, like, where it goes, if it goes anywhere.
Okay. You look at yourself and you stare into your own eyes. I'll give you a memory here. Looking at the water's reflection, staring off of the bow of the boat, down at a sloshing water beneath you. the waves are still, and you can see the reflection of the boat, the entire side towering up, and just the little speck of your head floating over the edge as you look down at it. You can see a woman with tan skin, almond-shaped eyes, this almost brown hue to them, a softness in their lips. Looks a little bit dry, like they've been out at sea for a while. And she just is smiling at you. And you watch as the wind blows and knocks her hat off of her head and into the water. And you remember this moment. It was the last time that you ever saw Kega wear a hat. Continuing on with just a bandana for most of the time that you had ever spent with her. And then you're looking at her in the reflection of the water, and your eyes vert back to yourself, and you can see your same smiling gaze, the same one in the floor that you had just peered. And you watch as your vision, like static, over to you with blood in the water surrounding you, swirling. That same image of the heart in your hand, but it's just you, smiling, staring at your palm, at the heart that is currently beating as your lover bleeds out and starts to float deeper and drift into the bottom shoal of the water. And you are laughing and crying maniacally. And as you stare at the glass, you watch as it starts to crack and break underneath your feet. Everybody who is observing this sees as Manya is like intensely looking at the ground. She's almost losing herself in her reflection. It looks like she like is snapped out of this reality and is like tunnel vision locked in on the floor in front of her.
I'm gonna go forward and grab her shoulder and just say in her head, Manya, Manya.
Can I hear?
You can hear her. And as she touches your shoulder, you can feel her. It's almost like when you dissociate and you have somebody bring you back into reality. And then you can see Dahlia's reflection break through the remainder of the glass and grab at your ankle. And now Dahlia has the reflection of Dahlia through the floor. This almost twisted version of her has grabbed hold of your ankle and has broken through the glass, and you start to feel like panic overcome you. Dahlia, you begin to see yourself looking down at it, looking into the glass, and you have a memory as well. A moment of the unmasking, the mist callers, taking their masks off, seeing each of their faces individual as you walk, them all holding reflective surfaces to you. Your true self revealed to you, looking at yourself exactly as you are. And it feels panicking as you watch your reflection that grabs onto Manya is not the reflection that everybody else is used to seeing. It is yourself.
Okay, and I see it grab her. Yeah.
Everybody who continues to walk down the steps here and is observing this watches as all of the mirrors around them begin to break into like jagged, shattering pieces. Everybody has a nega version of themselves that begins to push through to this, like through the glass and into this room. You can see some of them obscured by darkness. Some of them are like relishing in the light and being seen. You see Lova, you, as you turn to observe this, have a vision of you swarming in on your side, running full force, just you looking manic at yourself through the glass. Freaking on the opposite side, and it feels like she's about to burst through and get you. We will pick up our story there the next time that we stream, when we have everybody, so that way we can do all of your guys' memories. I would like to be able to give everybody a moment and flash here in this room, so I would prefer to pick it up then, and I will get everybody who hasn't gotten a memory at that point in time.
That was some Kingdom Hearts shit.
Hell yeah. So
That's cool.
Thank you guys for joining us. We hope that you enjoyed the show, and we really look forward to seeing you next time on The Ladies of Lore. Thank you guys. Have a good rest of your evening.